in the first game, tackling. I know you guys had talked about how it was an issue coming into the game. Have a few struggles with that. Is that just kind of basic, just trying to get that game, rhythm back in, or is it something that you guys need to get back to Drawberg and correct?
Well, I think there's a number of factors there. Tackling is always something as a defensive coach that you're concerned about. The first game is always, the first live bullets of it are always a little bit of an adjustment to full speed and tackle into the ground. We're drilling it, we're working it. I thought, in that first game, we had some other issues in terms of scrambling and athleticism at the quarterback position that created some problems. That's, part of who that guy is in terms of Deshaun Watson. And we're going to face a similar challenge there this week. And, we're going to continue to work on it. And obviously we don't want any missed tackles. And we're going to work in practice to try to achieve that goal, understanding we may fall short, but we're going to continue to coach it and work it and drill the fundamentals of things.
Go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Coach, I was wondering what your initial thoughts were on seeing both Mike Dana and then Turk Wharton, just considering their fairly new names that we don't know a ton about.
In terms of what my thoughts are on those two guys?
On your initial look.
Yeah, I mean, both guys have done a great job since we got them here. They work hard. They come in every day. They're very smart. They take great notes. They've got a business-like demeanor about them that I've been very impressed with, both of them, to be honest. They're mature individuals for rookies coming into the NFL, in my opinion. It's been a lot of fun to work with them. It's been a lot of fun to watch them develop. I'm excited about what they're going to continue to do and where they're going to continue to go. They're two fun guys to coach. And, I expect them to continue to improve based on what their athletic skill set is and then what they bring to the job every day in terms of their work ethic and their dedication.
We've got two more hands up. Let's go, Matt, Derek, and Sarin to close it out. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask specifically just about tackle and inside. With Derek still dealing with that ankle issue in the offseason, and now it looks like you're going to be without Colin for a couple of weeks. Just how concerned are you then with the depth inside there? And, could we see more of Tershawn and even like a guy like Braxton Hoyt coming up from the practice squad this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot that remains to be seen there in terms of how that all plays out, but we've got some options there, and I don't know that that's a great concern to me. My thought process is we're going to prepare each and every one of the guys, whether they're on the roster, whether they're on the practice squad, to play each week. And that's my expectation for those guys, is that they're prepared and when called upon that they're going to step up and perform. And we've spent a lot of time doing that, all the way through the off season and through training camp. I expect those guys, if and when called upon, whoever that may be, Tim Ward as an example, Braxton as an example, Damone Harris, Taco Charlton, guys that didn't necessarily play in the game a week ago. That's a very fluid situation week in and week out. And that's my expectation for each and every one of those guys, that they're going to prepare and be ready to go. And if they're called upon, that they're going to go out and perform at a high level for us. And I've got confidence in every one of those guys, and I feel good about the depth that we've got. I think that's a great credit to our personnel department and the people that they've brought in. I think it's a great credit to that group of individuals in terms of the way they approach their business on a day-to-day basis.
Go to Sarin with the last one. Go ahead, Sarin.
Coach, I know Frank Clark and Chris Jones had big days getting after the quarterback, right? But also, if you can see that the other guys are maybe taking care of the dirty work, right? The assignment sound, the containment, making sure that there's not a wide open lane so that those guys can just do what they do and get after it. Overall, is that a tough sell to guys, right? Like, I mean, the big paydays come for guys piling up sacks, right? But is that difficult to get those, sometimes, maybe not on this team. And I'm interested to hear what you think about the guys you got now and how guys like Passanio and those guys will do those kind of things. But maybe in the past, have there ever been times where you've had a hard time with a guy trying to get him to do the dirty work so that maybe somebody else gets the glory?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair question. I've always looked at it in these terms, that speaking to pass rush specifically, okay, pass rush is consistently good. Pass rush is not one or two individuals. It's not one guy beating one-on-one rushes. It's 4, 5, 6 guys, whatever you're bringing in terms of number of rushers. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 2 at times, but being coordinated in what you're doing and being on the same page with the plan. And not necessarily, listen, if we do that consistently, we will consistently affect the quarterback, and the sack numbers will be where they are. And I'm not necessarily concerned about who gets them and who gets the credit for them. The ultimate goal is that the Chiefs win. And, you know, to me, we've got a great group of guys that have bought into that philosophy. They're not necessarily concerned or enamored with their own personal accolades or what their statistical numbers are. They're concerned with what the overall objective here is, which is winning and playing good defense on our side of the ball to contribute to the ultimate goal of the team winning. And that takes everyone involved. And, you know, we've been fortunate. The guys have bought into that. Have I coached guys in the past that maybe it was a little harder to sell that philosophy to? Yeah, that's probably the case. But I give a lot of credit to the guys that we've got here right now in that they are unselfish. And that's one of the – if you ask me if you're looking for a criteria in terms of defensive linemen, that's probably number one on the list. And we got a good group in that regard.